go. Let's go.
We here?
We live.
Well, welcome back to the Fresh and Fit.
Never.
I don't like the way you're wearing your hat right now. Oh my god, it is a nice hat though. Is what is it?
Rudiger.
Oh, you sounded like you said something completely different.
Rudiger. So I got that from Amazon.
Boy, it
was like $150. I was like, damn.
You paid $150 on Amazon?
On Amazon.
Oh,
yeah.
You got whipped, bro. You could have. I mean, no.
Yeah, I really like the hat though.
It is nice though.
I really liked it, so I was like, let me rock this boy out. Plus, we are the Fresh and Fit podcast.
We are the Fresh and Fit. That's why I figured it was better. I wanted to wear something that wasn't straight black today. And, you know, usually I'm black tee.
Yeah, but I like it. It's kind of like your uniform. But
true. Yeah.
I kind of don't understand what you got going on right now. You kind of got
What's up, bro?
You got
tell
black t-shirt with a blue.
Sweater
vest. Now, I thought black and blue didn't go together.
Black and blue does go together. Black and blue definitely goes together.
Well, how about your black and your blue not going together?
Oh, right it's worse, bro. I don't care what you say. I apologize for our listeners. You don't get a chance to embrace everything going on right now. It absolutely goes together.
Okay.
You've never done black and blue before.
I don't think so.
Oh, bro.
I would definitely shades of gray and stuff, but no.
So black and blue, I'm going to say this one more time, absolutely goes together. Anyone who wanted to comment on this and say it doesn't, you're wrong, but we respect that, as I respect James and his view. How about you're wearing checkered shoes, bro? You're wearing the Vans with the checker joints on them.
Yes, I am.
I mean...
so what this we about to do? We about to talk about each other all day?
We're gonna assess each other's outfits. How about this?
No.
You have a nice timepiece on your wrist, right?
Yes, this is a Cartier.
Okay, I like it. What's the price point on that?
So I don't know. Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So I had a Hublot.
Yeah.
That I traded in, and my friend traded me Cartier for the Hublot.
Can I see it? That's not what I mean when I say see it.
Can you take it off? No.
Yeah. Why not?
Because I don't want you to touch it.
What? I'm not trying to touch your thing. I'm trying to.
Oh, wow, bro. Can we
just talk?
No.
Can we just talk?
No. Anyway.
Real quick, just want to address the elephant that's in the room or not in the room. No, we do not have a guest today. This is the way it is today.
Yeah, it's just me and Chad, and this is cool. I'm okay with this. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't really want to put pressure on our guests anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
tough day.
Yes, it's a hard day. Like any holiday, special occasions, I would feel like honored if our guests showed up. But I also respect if things happen and it prevented them from coming. So yeah, I understand. I respect that. I also understand. I respect Chad's fashion sense.
Thank you.
I've also I've looked at some of his outfits and been like, that's a Chad fit, and it fits him, and it only and it would work with him, but it wouldn't work with me. It's several things that he's worn that I'm like, I couldn't get that off.
I'm flattered,
but it's cool.
As the same with you. I think we can both agree that we both have lanes that we have, and then we have lanes that we like to veer from. Respectfully. So I just noticed that you a tattoo. I don't think I've ever noticed on your forearm.
Oh, Bishop.
Is this newer?
No, I kind of got all my tattoos around the same time. So this is Bishop from X-Men. I wanted to get black superheroes on my arm, so I got Spawn, Bishop, Black Panther.
Okay.
Because we don't have a lot of black male superheroes.
Okay. And the other arm?
The other arm, I got animals and stuff. So I got like a lion, an eagle. I got an ox, kind of represent the virtues of God.
Okay.
So that's what the thinking goes on.
I don't have anything witty to say. I was trying to think of something.
I know, man, but let it go, bro. Can we just have a civil conversation?
Time will tell.
I know, man. It's hard for you. It's hard for you not to insult me. I don't know why that is, man.
It's not hard for me. It's a challenge that bounces back and forth from us. I think sometimes it's easy for me to find something, and I think No, we both maybe don't.
I feel like you started.
Yeah, I might.
Okay.
I bet. In fairness, I reached out to you earlier this week. I know it was a kind of a random text message I sent to you, but it was just something that was on my heart. Just some encouragement for you, and kind of like bore my soul. Is that the past tense of bear?
Bear.
But I wouldn't say bared. Bore my soul.
I mean, you have way better English skills than me.
Guys, look, have some mercy on me. You get what I'm trying to say. I shared just some thoughts on how I was feeling in the moment, only to be met with you responding to me saying, "Do you remember what you said?"
I don't remember what I said.
Okay, you were like, "Well, then stop talking about my ankle bracelet or something like that."
Like, man, I got so much love for you. I got respect for you, my boy.
I'm proud of where you are in your life. Grateful for you.
Yeah. Hey, what's on my ankle bracelet then, chump? I'm tired of it.
And I had to fight against the desire to be like, hey, well, that thing is X, Y, Z. But it would have completely defeated the purpose of the message. So
I'm glad.
I'm gonna take it. I'm dialing back on that. The reason why I was asking about your watch is because I think it's interesting, and I know Chad Johnson has talked about this on a podcast about as an athlete he wouldn't, and he might even still. But he wouldn't like spend a lot of money on jewelry.
I wouldn't either. Can I go for the record and say I got my watches as a gift?
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend that type of money on this type of thousands of dollars. I would take that money and buy a car or some property or something.
Absolutely. Or a watch that's going to return some value, or that you know, like, I don't know,
like a Rolex. I think the Rolex is the only one that appreciates.
And that's, gosh, if you're in that boat, you know, more power to you. I'm not in that boat. I'm in a raft right now.
Definitely in a raft.
The watch I have on right now is was $9.99 from Walmart, and I like watches. I got several, and for whatever reason, I like wearing this once in a while because it's simple. I work in a school, as you know, and
you can get your stuff broken, get your stuff taken.
No, it's just funny because, you know, the kids, especially some of the middle school kids, like 6th through 8th graders, they're starting to feel themselves to wear their dad's chain or watch or whatever, you know, like, you know, that's not yours. And one kid was like, "Mister, well, I like that watch. How much?" I said, well, how much you think it was? He's like, $3. I said, way lower, way lower. Yeah. So I that's not why I got the watch, but I do think it's funny how the skewed view of how we value.
So this is what I believe. If you have fashion sense, if you know how to dress, if you know how to coordinate and put things together, you do not have to spend a lot of money on fashion. For people who don't have their own fashion sense, the default when you have money is to buy the most expensive thing. Right. And so like, oh, I don't really have that much style. Let me just buy a Rolex because I know that's what people buy. Or let me buy this versus buying something that you actually like or have some type of appreciation for. It's like that when I see people, when they wear certain things, they wear label brands, the name brands and these designer brands, but they still look a little off, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they still look a little off.
You can tell, you can tell when they're like, and they're just kind of putting it together.
You putting it together. You got some money, but you really don't have no style. And I mean, and maybe that's a hater in me or whatever, but I just feel like style is style and money is money. Like if you got money, do what you do. But if you got style, you got style. Like I know some broke people that can dress their behind off. Like I had a student one time that she was struggling, okay, but the way she used to coordinate and put herself together, she used to go thrifting, she used to do different things. Yeah. And just her style was just impeccable. You know what I'm saying? She was catching the bus every day, but she looked fly at that bus stop. You know what I mean? So I just think that fashion is fashion. You know what I mean? And style is style. You got it or you don't.
I think in 2024, you know, and it'll probably be like this to the end of time. Never before have we had so many different combinations of styles, and it's only going to evolve.
So many
because with more styles, people will dip into previous, you know, decades, and now that I don't know how many how many rounds it's going to come around as far as being popular, but vintage is definitely.
I think people just dress for whatever decade they feel is appropriate for them.
Yeah, and even like we're both wearing skinny athletic jeans, right?
But I got bell bottoms.
Exactly, man. If you would have did that a year, 2 years ago, here, at least in Cleveland,
It wouldn't have been acceptable.
you would have been like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but now that's the look.
Yeah. Baggier clothes. One thing that has not gone out of style, and I want to ask you how you felt about this. I was listening to a podcast today, and this girl was saying that these two guys, they were asking this woman how often she washes her hair. I'm not going to tell you what the ethnic
I already know that
ethnicity was.
If it's not every other
so
day,
she said, she's like, well, I wash it like once a week. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, because she's like, honestly, I shower once a week. It's really a waste of time. The soap is really just falling right off your body. So,
she said the soap is falling off your body.
It's like, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's not working while it's going down your body.
Oh, that's interesting for someone to say that. For someone to actually let other people hear them say that is insane. That's funny.
Yeah,
I believe people. I work at a gym. You hate when I bring this up, but the gym is where I work at.
No, I guess.
But it be some musty women.
Yeah,
it be some
people
funky,
or women.
It be some musty women. It be some funky dudes in it too. But I think I'm more surprised by the musty women than I am the guy. I expect the guy to have a little funk to him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it be the women. I be like, damn, like you really this musty, like for real, like you musty. Okay.
So what are your thoughts on? Okay, let's start with the morning.
Since I've been at the vault, though, I will say this though.
Okay.
Since I've been at the vault, I haven't smelled the marine biology women. I haven't experienced that.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I haven't experienced the marine biology, but
not like the old gym.
Not the old gym. I experienced that a couple times.
There was no shot fired at any group.
But I remember trying to spot some people, and they went down for a squat, and then I got a whiff of Shamu. That Shamu weed. Right?
Did you ever see Free Willy?
No.
Is that a white people movie? Movie series?
I think yes, but I think it's cross demographics.
Did you see it?
Yes, I think I saw clips of it. I wasn't really into movies like that, man.
As a kid?
Yeah, I was into like G.I. Joe, Wolverine, Power Rangers, stuff like that. Like that's
I was into Power Rangers.
Yeah, I wasn't really into like other stuff.
I'm not gonna say I was into Free Willy, but I saw the movie.
Yeah, you know what movie I saw though back in the day that I thought was amazing? Mighty Ducks.
Oh, the whole movie series.
That Mighty Ducks, Sandlot. I watched stuff like that, but like I just didn't get into Free Willy. Like it just didn't interest me. The freeing of a.
I'd be willing to challenge anybody who disagrees with this. The 90s had the greatest collection of kid sports movies.
Yes.
Period.
Because everything after that has been lame. It's been Jake. It's been
and like they with streaming.
Yeah.
More movies pop out like left and right, but still like the Mighty Ducks, the Sandlots, the Little Giants.
Little Giants was such a great movie, bro.
Fumblerooski,
bro.
Man,
bro.
Throwing the toilet paper in the grocery store.
Spike don't play with girls. Yo, Icebox was a girl.
That movie would not last in 2024.
You don't think so?
Spike don't play with girls.
Oh,
how many feminists would be up in arms about that?
God. No, you know what? I support that because let's talk about this since we're here. I don't like the fact that guys that identify as women are playing sports with girls.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. I would be so upset if my daughter, even though Marley is pretty athletic and strong, competed against a dude in like track or something, and like
wrestling
or something, and lost her spot to a dude. I would be so upset. I'd be like, man, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. And really,
you can identify as whatever, but your genetic makeup gives you an advantage over these girls. Period, man.
This is the way that
Joanna, man.
This is the way that it was that I heard it expressed. That made a lot of sense, and I think that has not lost its weight with me. When you allow that to happen, you're taking away the rights and the sanctity of the sport for women.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
And you're allowing men to take over, okay, whether you think they're really women or not, but it's men taking over your arena as well. So me, for example, if I'm like, no, that's not right. Okay, why isn't it right? Well, for one, it's not fair. Okay.
It's not fair.
Okay. And two, if you really want to still compete with the men and identify as a woman. Why can't you still compete with the men?
Wow.
Because because up until that point, let's say as young as high schoolers that are doing it. But let's just say that's the case. You've been playing most of your life with the boys, so keep playing with the boys and identify as a woman.
It's a D2 track athlete. He was last in the conference, right?
Yeah.
Became a girl.
Yeah.
Identified as a girl. Yeah. Identifies as a
Jinx.
woman. Identifies as a woman, right? As a young lady. Won first place.
Of course. That's like Leah. What's the one? The swimmer. We talk about this all the time.
Won first place.
Too much. Yeah. There's so many examples of it.
It's almost like so this is my thing, right? If you're gonna identify as a woman, at least be gay.
What?
What's that got to do with
competition?
At least be gay. No, bro. Because this I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're like, oh, I identify as a woman. All right, cool. Then why are you still dating women?
Look,
that messed you up, didn't it? That messed you up because it's a female. It's a male that identifies as a woman named Fallon Fox, who's an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
She's not it's not in the UFC, but they compete against women, and for a long time, Fallon was dominant against women till they finally got beat up by a real woman. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw that Fallon Fox, I was like, all right, cool, you identify as a woman or whatever. But then I saw Fallon Fox was quote unquote married to another woman. I was like, oh, I don't understand. Like now, I feel like you're playing games now. I feel like you're playing games now. Because if you identify as a woman, why are you gonna be?
Well, hold on. Remember, anyone listening or watching, we're sharing our thoughts based on. We haven't done any extensive studies, whatever. But listen, I'll say this: I'm not saying, and I don't even think that someone who identifies as maybe they're born male, identifies as a female, or vice versa. I don't know if it's the attraction to that gender, or if it's they feel that's who they were supposed to be. So I don't know if the attraction, like in that example, if she was like, yeah, I'm attracted to women. Or I'm not attracted to women. Should I be able? Like I don't think the attraction necessarily has to play a huge role, because there's people that are. That's why there are people that that are with the same gender.
I understand what you're saying. So you.
I'm really trying to make sure I say this the right way.
So basically, so this person who wants to identify as a woman is a straight man on the inside, but a gay woman.
You might need to run that one back. I'm so freaking confused.
This man,
the
fighter identifies as a woman,
but still attracted to women,
but dates women.
And what I'm saying is, how they identify doesn't have to be correlated always to who they're attracted to.
Okay,
it could be just how they feel that's what they're
So
they're supposed to be.
You feel like it's okay for a man to identify as a woman to compete against women?
I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again.
You don't feel. I'm gonna say it again. I'm about to say because you said you don't. You said you don't. You don't.
I have no issue. I have. Let me say. I want to make sure I word this carefully and with
I think
love.
It needs to be in a different category. I think it needs to be a trans.
However you identify is your business. It becomes other people's business when you still want to compete, and there are other people that are obviously affected by it. So then it is like, okay, if you just want to live your life and you go to work and you have a hobby and you whatever, you know what I mean, like whatever you do, that's on you. That's not my issue.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care what you do.
But as soon as you decide, but I still want to compete, and not only compete, while I was competing with the guys all this time, I want to compete with the girls. Stop. There's and for those of you, because I've had this conversation with people before, and they're like, well, where's their rights? They forfeited their rights when they chose to do this. And you do have the right to, first of all, let's also be clear. No professional athlete has a right. You earned it. And people, and like in most sports, if not all, you were drafted or selected and you can be traded. So you don't have the right to anything really. You're getting paid a lot of money to do your sport. So yeah, I don't know if it's a separate category, but I do think that at bare minimum you should be allowed to still compete, but compete with who you've been competing with all this time. Like if I was 18 years old playing basketball in high school, if I was an 18-year-old playing basketball in high school, riding the bench, right, and all of a sudden I said, you know what? Because if you're born a gender and then you feel like that you identify with the other gender, okay, cool. So why is age any different? Why can't I say I'm 18 but I identify as a 12-year-old and I want to play junior high basketball and I want to be dominating everybody in basketball? Like, why can't I do that? Is this episode really gonna air?
Yo, bro, you know what? I'm with it because I am on that's just I think I told you before, I'm against the pussification of this nation. I'm against anything soft. I'm against anything saying toxic masculinity. I'm against anything that's saying that.
There's got to be a better word for it.
Any of that stuff. I'm against any of that. So, because there's no such thing as toxic masculinity, bro. It's not a real thing. It's not real. It's fake, and it's fake news. It's put here because masculinity is strength. All right? There's nothing wrong with you being masculine. There's nothing wrong with you being strong. What happens is when you get masculine guys who don't know how to be masculine, who have feminine emotions and react and use their strength as a man to do dumb things. And that's not toxic masculinity. That's a man that is in control of his feelings, which is some feminine stuff, okay? There's nothing toxic about that. Now, toxic masculinity, people will say is, oh, you judge people off that. No, as a man, there are certain standards and things that you have to abide by, period. It just is what it is, bro. Like, I don't care, man. Like you, every decade and generation of man have had to struggle, bro. Every man. Like, go back to the Stone Age. The motherfuckers had to invent fire. You're okay? I'm gonna say you come back to now. You go back to the war times. Man had to go to war. You go to the Great Depression. You go whatever. Men had to always lead the forefront.
Factory jobs.
Providing for the family. Coal, steel mines, stuff like that. Men have to be men, bro. They have to be strong. Have to have a strong background. So, like, with that being said, there's just certain standards that men have to have, man. So I think like this, ain't nothing wrong with expressing yourself and having feelings and having emotions, right? But you don't get the luxury to be an emotional person that can't control themselves, bro.
You talked about this last week briefly, and I'm actually glad you brought this up because I don't know if you're going to expound any more on that. I think I view it.
I got more.
Okay, I think I view it a little differently.
That's fine.
Which is okay. Were you done with that, or
go ahead? Okay. You say I feel like you. Yeah. I feel like you so
I think that I think one of the things that as men we have been disserviced with is, and as a whole, is the lack of, I know, like, emotional intelligence is a big thing right now, right?
Yes.
I think in order to do all those things, be the head of a family, provide, be an example to your peers. It's impossible to separate emotion. I think that our emotions.
But you said the key word.
Emotional intelligence. Exactly. I think that if we feel like we don't have an outlet, we're harming ourselves and we're harming others, because it's a part of who we are. It's a part of our makeup, especially as men. I mean, just as a people group, we're creatures with emotions, right? And that's a range. I'm not just talking about anger.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I agree that men should have an outlet. But but I'm telling you, as a man, you don't get to. All right.
You spoke on the luxury.
Yeah, like as a man, right?
Yeah.
If things are going wrong for you and things aren't good, who do you think kills themselves more, man? It studies men.
Right.
Men kill themselves more because of the pressure of the weight of being a man. So, like, with that being said, because we don't have, like you said, emotional intelligence and healthy bounds and ways to communicate and things like that, and positive support groups. Somebody brought this up, and I thought it was powerful. Andrew Tate. I'm sorry, guys. I maybe I shouldn't say his name. I get it's canceled. But Andrew Tate said that depression, and he was talking about depression and how it affects, and the reality is, we don't get the luxury of being depressed. And I say that because if I am depressed, if I'm sad, if I'm going through something, I don't get to sit in it. Now, I'm not saying depression is not real, but you don't get the chance to sit in your depression, because when you're sitting in your depression, the world keeps on going. Things happen. People get hurt. Your children need you. Your family needs you. So many people need you to be strong. And this goes for just females too, but especially men, bro. Like, if you're a father or a husband or anything like that, bro, you don't get the luxury of being able to sit in your depression. Now, also, if you have real people in your life, they're going to tell you, sometimes your depression is, hey, I've been fucking up. I'm sad. These things ain't going my way. I'm sad. I'm depressed. This not working for me. I'm depressed. Sometimes it's you fucking up that's causing your depression, right? So you need a real friend to be like, hey, man, you're fucking up right now. And that shouldn't break you. That should only be like, hey, man, let me tighten up. Let me get my shit together. Like, I'm okay with you telling me, hey, James, you're fucking up right now.
Yeah.
You're not, because you're a real friend. If you see me, because only a real friend would say that, because that you want what's better for me. So you're gonna say, hey, James, man, why are you out with this girl? Why are you banging this chick? Why are you doing this? Why are you out? Why are you drinking so much? Why are you smoking so many cigars? Like, I know you smoke cigars like once a month, but now you're doing that shit 2-3 times a week. Like, what's up with you? Why? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that right there will stop. Will help, I think, mitigate this depression that's being pushed on men. That's because the world will tell you, hey, you're depressed, take this pill. Hey, you're depressed, go deal with this. Hey, you're depressed, and they'll just put that shit on you, put it on you. But a friend or a person or a loved one to tell you, hey, man, get your ass up. You're fucking up right now, and that self-awareness and that accountability will help you grow, and you won't sit there and sit in your depression. That's, you know what I'm saying?
I would also add this. I think it's important that we do sit in it a bit, and this is why I say that. Sometimes what we think is depression may not necessarily be depression, but might be a feeling of guilt because of how our decisions played out, right?
Yes. And
I think, I know that if you're going to make changes in your life, you need to feel. Sometimes you need to feel the negative consequences of your actions. You need to feel it,
absolutely,
and know, okay, I don't want to feel this way again. I don't want to make these people these people feel this way again. I don't want the outcome to be this way again. So I need to change my actions or the people or my attitude. But it's usually what you need to change, not, man, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's all there. No, like, you need to be able to say, okay.
I'm glad you said that.
Because I think a lot of times we finger point, right? We blame, and we don't want to take accountability and responsibility for the mess that we put ourselves into.
Bro, without no accountability, there's no growth.
Yeah.
There's not, because if you just put it on everybody else, then you never have to deal with your shit. You put it on everybody else. You're like, yo, it's because my mom was this way. It's because I grew up in this neighborhood. It's because these things happened to me. I always say we got the because of people who say that it's because of this, it's because of that, and we got the people that be like in spite of. So you got the because of people and the in spite of people. Those in spite of people are people that say, hey, in spite of all my circumstances, I'm going to make it. In spite of everything that happened to me, in spite of this person molested me, this person touched me, this person robbed me, this person shot at me, in spite of all those things, wherever I came from, I didn't have the best male role models. I didn't have this. In spite of all that, I'm going to be successful. And those are the people that can make it. Though because of people, bro, it's going to be tough sledding for you because you're not addressing your issue. You're giving somebody else control over your life.
Yeah.
You're saying, hey, because of them people, I can't be successful. Well, man, fuck them people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a willing, man, bro. Like, I was not the best athlete in high school, right? And I remember some of my closest friends saying, yo, bro, this, that, and the other, you're not going to make it to college and play D1, blah, blah, blah. Bro, that's crazy because at the time when someone was telling me this, I was the captain of the football team. I literally was the captain of the football team. I was leading our team in tackles. I was doing all these things. Like, bro, you talking to me right now and I'm balling? That's crazy that you would say that, but it's their own shit, not just. And people will always try to put you in the box, but I just knew, like, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna make it. Now, I didn't get the love initially, but when I decided to, when I preferred walked on to Akron, got to second on the depth chart, and I ended up having a transfer. When I sent my tape out and got some stuff, man, I felt I got that recruitment that I never got as a high schooler. This guy was getting all these letters, I was getting these phone calls, my parents would call me, it's like, oh, yo, I'm finally getting my recognition, you know what I'm saying? So it felt good, but so I was a Division I player. I did start on a team that only lost 4 games. I started for 2 years on a team that lost 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So, like, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you got to be an in spite of person.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard something today that I'll touch on one of them, but there's, I guess, like 3 things that really help get you out of a funk or out of a depressed state, or, feeling sorry for yourself, especially when you know that there's growth that's needed in your life. One of them is being a contributing member of society. So that could look,
Amen.
That look like a lot of different things. And I'm going to mention someone specifically because they showed me something that I pray I never forget or lose sight of. This was a few years ago. No, not even, maybe 2 years ago. And I was going through a really rough patch in my life. At work, going through the motions. I was wearing a face. Maybe I was depressed. I'm not sure what I would call it, but I was ill motivated, had no desire to really do anything. So I was really just going through the motions. And there was an individual, Evan Scarfield, who, if you are in the area, he is a yoga instructor and has his own studio. And I think he's got 2 studios now. Evan was someone that I met just not even, like, this was in the summertime, at the beginning of the summer. No, maybe even like late summer. So we didn't know each other that long. And like, we're guys. So when we greet each other, we say, how you doing? Good. How you doing? Good. Regardless of how you're really doing. And as he was leaving, he was doing yoga classes with our kids, with our campers. And as he was leaving, he said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good." He said, "No, really, how you doing?" And for whatever reason, man, he was the first person that I really like decided in that moment that I'm going to be honest with. I was like, honestly, I'm in bad shape. Like, I'm going through a really rough transition right now. I was separated, not yet divorced at the time. And it hit me hard, dealing with just a lot of decisions I had made in my life. And he said, "Hey man, look, I was divorced. You're going to make it through. Basically, to get to the good days, you got to go through the bad ones. You got to earn the good days." And that conversation, that although it was very short, it couldn't have been more than a minute or two, it stuck with me. And to the point where even just recently, I was talking to another person who's been divorced for 20 some years, remarried, and he's really poured into me he's he's older than me. He's got kids. He's retired now. We're at different parts in our life, but we've had similar experiences. And his willingness and openness.
To a black woman too?
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's not. We're getting canceled for sure. We're offending every population.
Oh my God. Look. I hate, bro.
I'm sorry, but it's the fact that
this is the second time this week you've done this.
It's like, yeah, we got similar experience. I'm like, oh, you must be mental black.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
He's like,
this is that is. I'm going to interrupt you. That is this, ladies and gentlemen. That is no reflection of a particular group of women or nothing. That was a coincidence.
It was just funny. I'm sorry, guys.
Very funny. That was very funny. Folks, have those conversations. That's why I'm saying this. If you feel like you need to ask someone how they're doing, if you have that, especially if you got that feeling in your heart, or you're like, your heart's pounding, like, man, I don't want to just, I don't want to put myself out there, but so-and-so really needs some help. Or you're the one that needs to ask for help. Do it. Do it, because you don't know if you're going to get that opportunity again in that moment, and you don't know how impactful that moment, that conversation that you're not having can be. So act on those. Sometimes you need to just take a chance and put yourself out there.
I'm grateful and I'm happy that you was able to get that experience, bro, and you had someone you can talk to. It's very hard to find positive people that you can talk to, and it's going to give you sound advice. On this journey I'm on, this path I'm on right now, just because I mess with you a little bit, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. I wasn't faithful in my marriage, and I witnessed or I saw people who weren't faithful in theirs, right? I didn't grow up seeing happy homes and happy marriages and people that was living a certain way. And I vowed that this time I'm gonna do it different. So basically, like, I don't care if you got a girlfriend, bro. If you cheating on her, I don't want no parts of it. If you're one of them guys that want to be a player, so like so cheating on someone and being a player are two different things. I hope you fellas understand this. So like, telling girls like, look, I'm not ready to settle down. I'm messing around. I'm keeping my options open right now. That's one thing. Having a woman and then making her think that she's the only one, and then messing around on her and going back and messing with this girl, that girl, bro, that's cheating, and that's weak sauce. You know what I'm saying? You're not strong enough as a man to express yourself and say, hey, I want to live my life this way. And if you struggling like that, you dealing with that, bro, I cannot respect it. I cannot deal with it, nor do I want that in my life, because I don't want that type of energy around me. So with that being said, I'm totally, this time around, changing my perspective and changing my crew. Like, I'm making sure that all the men around me are faithful. If you're not faithful to your wife, bro, I don't want to hear it, nor do I want to deal with it. Also, saying I'm struggling with being faithful is one thing, versus just openly committing like that sin. Just saying like, oh man, I met this bad shit the other day and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that, bro. You married. What you talking about? Take your married ass home. You know what I'm saying? There was a video going around where a dude was like, he was out with his boy and his boy married. And his boy was in some girl face talk. He said, man, give me this drink. Give me this. Give me that. Hey, you about to get in this car. You about to go home to your wife. You made me, He said, when you made me put on that damn $200 suit, I stood there with you in front of them people, in front of the church and all that stuff. Hey, you not going to be cheating on my watch. and I respected it, bro. Yeah. I respect it because we don't take our groomsmen that serious. But that's really your role. Like if you're there at that wedding,
you're bearing witness.
You're bearing witness, right? So your role is to support that marriage as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? To be like, hey, bro, we ain't doing that. Come on, man, let's go. Imagine that, bro. Imagine if you had those type of people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like to tell you that. And I know for me personally, like it was so many reasons why I cheated. You know what I'm saying? Why I was cheating is lack of self-esteem, lack of faith, it's just so much like toxicity in my brain, not feeling like I had control. And I remember talking to my therapist. He says I have like a Black Panther syndrome. Like once I'm backed into a corner, I react. Like I react. Like I do something extreme to get out that corner. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like that. Like when it comes to fighting, when it comes to sports or whatever. Like in relationships, I'm the same way. Like I feel like I will just take stuff, get back into a corner, and then once it's time, I explode. And then once I explode, it's like, what the fuck is that? What was that? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you spaz out like that? You know what I'm saying? And so my only response to not being happy in my marriage was to cheat, which I felt like the best thing to do when you feel like cheating or you want to cheat is to have a conversation and dialogue with your woman and express what is making you want to cheat. Because a lot of times women assume, I'm sorry if I'm talking up the air right now, Chad, but a lot of times women assume that you're cheating because it's some physical, you just such a horny dog, you just want to be, nah, I like the way this chick talk to me. I like the way this girl make me feel. She strokes my ego. She makes me feel like I'm special. All you do is nag me. So now I'm over here with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm over getting this attention that I didn't get from you. So now I'm cheat. It could be that could be part of it. It's not always just I'm just a horny dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry, this kicked you. Hey, I'll say this though. I think
we definitely can't air this episode. It's the heaviest episode y'all gonna get from us, baby.
Listen, man. I think a lot of the things that you said, I kind of resonate with me. You know, the insecurities, all that kind of stuff. I think that the reason why I stepped out too, and I think when you're not honest with yourself and with those that matter to you, you tend to do things to feed the lies in your life. And so, you know, if you're not going to be honest, then it's going to fail. Like whatever it is, if you're a businessman and you're dishonest,
100%,
you can make all the money in the world, but it's not gonna last. If you
make all that money, you don't feel good about yourself at night. You can make all that money and just feel like dog shit.
You know, you can gain the world and lose your soul.
Yep.
And I think this goes for anybody, but we're men, so we like to speak on behalf of men when we get a chance. We want to maintain our peace, right? So I'd rather have $1 in my pocket when I need to, but have peace.
Yeah.
You know, because money doesn't buy peace. And peace of mind to me is what lasts.
So before you were married, did you ever have, respectfully, man, did you ever have a hoe phase?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I had a whole phase too. I think every man.
But I didn't have it in the way that maybe guys tend to.
Okay. Now, why would you say that?
So, you know how some, guys.
I just like the whole phase is you just mess with a bunch of girls.
Right. But then guys be like, oh, now I'm ready to settle down.
Okay.
I don't think I had the point where I was like, now I'm ready to settle down. Again, being honest, I thought I was, but I wasn't. Okay. What it really was is I thought that, this is going back to when I was a kid. I thought that the order was you go to college, you get a job, or you get your degree, you get the job that you're going to work for 20, 30 years or whatever. At some point early on, you meet your wife, you marry me, have kids, and we know the order isn't always like that. So when I met the person that I thought I was, and I honestly thought, like 100%, thought very clearly early on, this is who I'm going to marry. It's my wife. And to this day, I don't know if maybe she still was. I don't know. But I know that.
I don't think that.
But listen
at all.
Listen, I think that the decisions I made, I chose to make in my life, tampered with it.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think I'm out of the mindset that there's one person destined for us, and then that's it. I think that we're called to love, and if you make a decision to love, God will honor that, regardless of who you're with. So you say, I want to marry this person. I'm choosing to love this person. There's going to come times when you're like, I don't know if I made the right decision, but you know what? You decided on that. So
the reason why I brought up a hoe phase is because I want people, because a lot, you got this red pill community, all these people like that that's speaking against love, and I'm definitely not against that.
I'm not familiar with the red pill community.
It's some other stuff. But I still want to get married again. I'm open to having more children. But my goal in my heart is that, like, and the reason why I brought up a hoe phase is because when I had my hoe phase, I would tell you young men, I was trying to encourage you guys, that's the lowest you can ever be. You're in your lowest state of manliness, just out here being a hoe, just throwing your penis around, bro. Like, no self-control, no discipline, you really are missing the mark on so many things when you just out here smashing and passing on chicks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would tell you, bro, guard yourself, value your penis, bro. Every chick don't deserve you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know no one's ever had this conversation with you because no one had a conversation with me.
It's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
The man doesn't deserve the woman.
But bro, every woman does not deserve your penis, man. Guard your seed. Guard your loins. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, guard that, like, protect that, bro. So you can't be out here just smashing all these chicks, man. You don't want all these bodies on you. You might meet a woman that's solid, that might be a virgin or never had a lot of bodies, but you got all these bodies and all these different experiences, all these different spirits, and she's boring to you sexually because you're so advanced and you've been so spiritual, you've been so sexual that it's gonna take you a while just to catch her up, which might be fun or whatever, but it'll take you a while to, like, catch her up or get her to where you at, or she might not ever be there because you're too experienced in this wicked world and you've been doing so much stuff, bro. Like, so I'll tell you, man, put God first, man. Like, I don't even get spiritual, man. But put God first, man. Start learning how to love God and love yourself, man, and value yourself and your body. Because I'm telling you, when you don't do that, that's when you're off course. It's when you're going to fall and you're going to get yourself into some trouble. Sex, you're going to get yourself having a kid. You're going to get burned. You're going to get all these different things. All those things are supposed to, like, deter you from sex, but it doesn't really work because people are hard-headed and stiff-necked people. So we don't really follow the rules, you know what I'm saying? But I would just tell you, man, value yourself. And that's the reason why I asked that question, because I know for me, bro, when I was in my whole phase, I remember one time I was laying in my bed in my apartment, and, like, I had a chick laying next to me, bro, and I felt so fucking alone, bro. I was like, I barely know this bitch. Like, I don't even know why she here. I want her to leave.
I think you knew why she was there.
I know she was there.
We both know why she was there.
I don't know why she was still there. The job was done. Like, you're still here. Get out.
It's like you went to the store, you bought your shirt, but now you're just standing around talking to the worker.
Exactly
It's like,
right,
no,
yeah.
you buy the product. That's such a terrible analogy.
Hey.
That's so terrible. Someone asked me, well, what if they're not good? What if you marry someone and who when you haven't had sex, right? This is assuming that they both have waited to be married to have sex. Well, what if they're not good? What do they have to compare it to? And if you really marry them for the rest of your lives, you got all that time
to figure it out,
to learn each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, this it's
from two people. So you guys don't think two people that didn't do that.
So look, sex was never an issue with me or my ex-wife, my child's mom. Sex that's not the thing. So I'll tell you this, right? If you wait for somebody and you're trying to figure it out sexual wise, a lot of times sex is just communication. So you guys have bad sex because you guys aren't communicating. You're not vibing. You don't know how to talk to a woman. Fellas, listen to a woman, explore her body, learn what she likes. You know what I'm saying? Figure that stuff out. Women, listen, women, if you're used to foot-long submarine penises, man,
Get that shit out of here.
And that man coming up short. Listen, no, hold up. It's different things that man can do. He can get him a damn penis pump. He can go get surgery. He can take some pills. He can do whatever he needs to do. But don't just diss that dude and be like, oh, he got a little whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just and fellas, be willing to like have a conversation. If she feels some type of way about what you got going on, Hey, ladies, if you got a little sandpaper down there, all right? Hey, get some KY jelly, do what you gotta do, man. But do what you gotta do to please your person. Like if it take what it take, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to change your diet. Maybe you need to exercise more, whatever. But whatever the case is, if sex shouldn't be your end all be all in your relationship, but I understand it is a very important part. It's a very important part, but there's some communication and some things that you can do. Just don't be like, oh, the sex wasn't good the first time. I don't know if we can be able to make it. No, the sex isn't good. We'll work on it to fix it, bro. Work on it to fix it.
Yeah, I agree. With most of what you said. I agree with most of what you said.
What don't you agree with?
I'm gonna get no damn penis enlargement. You might not be for me. I'm sorry. There's a gazillion people out there.
I'm just saying, like, if you really like this girl, right, and she's like, yo, I'm just used to a little bit bigger.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
But you gonna let it go? You gonna be like, nah, well, fuck, I ain't go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I haven't been in that situation, so I don't know.
I'm sure you. I'll
deal with that when I'll cross that bridge. If a woman said, James, I really like you, but I've only ever dated guys with 1 foot, are you gonna have the conversation to cut your foot off?
You talking about a foot, bro? We ain't talking about a foot. We talking about a penis. She's like, look, I'm from this tribe in Africa. I'm used to mad dingo warriors.
You better take that situation back over to there, back over yonder.
Motherfucker drop it. Boop.
Right. You got the wrong. You need to go somewhere else.
I would be like, shit. Okay, well let me. It depends on how much I love the girl, man. If I love her, I'll be like, all right, man.
What about how much she loves you?
Yeah, but even if she loves you, bro, you not pleasing her, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. She gonna feel some type of way about that, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta figure that shit out.
Does that mess with your reproductive capabilities?
I don't know.
Because if it is, bro, next. I don't know nothing about. I mean, I know very little about that.
I don't either. I don't know shit about it, man. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like men are too quick to cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
cut what?
Like no,
literally.
Right? No, the reason why I even have that brain, that thought, because I heard a woman. I saw a post. A woman was talking about this. Like, she's like, she dated a dude. She's like, she ended up smashed or whatever dude. She said, he just didn't have enough for her. Okay. But she liked him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, he didn't have enough for her. I was like, damn, man. I'm like, but did you tell him that? Like, maybe he can, you know what I'm saying? He can enhance it or do what he need to do to kind of get it going if you really like the dude. But
this is all, okay. But Playing devil's advocate. She said that's not enough. Compared to what?
She got some that
and this is,
experience.
Again, this goes back. Listen, this goes back to what we talked about.
Okay.
Our past decisions put us in a spot where, God ordained sex for us, right?
Yeah.
Right. Will you tamper with it like we have? You got to live with the consequences of that. Not okay. And sometimes that consequence might be that for that woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with the dude, right?
True.
Hey, look. You don't satisfy this particular woman doesn't satisfy me. Right.
Listen, I like squirters. I like creamers. I like
right. So and say you're with a woman that you absolutely love, and that's not the case. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
But you're gonna be like, baby, you don't like to get head at all. You want to just. I just can't do it. I be gagging. I got a gag reflex. I be like, oh.
I think we reached the point of. I'm hungry, bro. Listen, I haven't eaten all day. I've had pistachios.
Oh no,
and a fun size Kit Kat. Which, by the way, fun size Kit Kats. Spoiler alert. Fun size candy should be big, not little. Wouldn't it be fun if
that's what she said?
Exactly.
She said it should be fun size.
That was good. That was good. You said fun size. It is fun size. Like the candy.
I got the candy. Man,
that's good. That's good, bro. That's good. Okay, real quick before we go, and if this does get aired, it's gonna probably get aired well after the game. But for those of you, it is 5:15 Eastern Standard Time.
Who you got to win the Super Bowl?
Who do I want or who I think?
Who you think's gonna win?
Chiefs.
I think Chiefs gonna win this too.
Who do I want to win? The Niners.
I don't have a dog in the fight, but I think
fair enough.
I think Patrick Mahomes is this era's Michael Jordan, and I just don't want to bet against him.
That's fair.
Yep,
it's hard to bet against him.
Yep. So you guys have been great, man. Make sure you guys check us out on all socials. Support your boy. If you see me running down the street. I'm training for this marathon. Just honk your horn, say peace to me. I did try the Hokas. I do got some new insoles. I'm still lifting too. So I'm gonna do a powerlifting competition as well. Chad, what's going on when you busting your bike out?
Soon, bro. I know we've had some warm weather.
It was 50s one day, and I was outside.
I need to get my bike serviced up. It's not gonna be anytime soon, but soon enough.
And we still looking for sponsors. Shout out to my girl Dominique Rain. She has some good hair care products. Shout out to Miss BBC. She makes some good like shea butters and creams. 360 spinners. They make the best natural deodorant. The only natural deodorant that I've ever used that actually works. So for all you musty people, check out 360 spinners.
It's a must. That's a good tag for a deodorant.
It's a must.
It's a must.
It's a must. 360 spinners. Look, we got you, bro. If you want to ever come on. Matter of fact, what else we need? We need clothes. We need gear. We need candles. We like candles. We like to smell good. Men love candles, ladies. Don't ever get it twisted.
Love candles.
Like to smell good. Detergent, because we're active people. So if you got any type of active like detergent or something like that, and you want to come on here and use this,
and I think this was a tip that you gave me. Several years ago. To add
vinegar.
White vinegar, which I still do, but I'm curious if anyone uses any other remedy outside of white vinegar in conjunction with your detergent when your clothes, especially if you sweat a lot, and you need to get that scent out of your clothing. I think it helps.
That white vinegar is crucial, bro. That white vinegar.
If you got anything else, let me know.
Any wine sponsors? I'm not drinking at the moment, but I will be soon. So when I get back drinking, you guys want to hop on, don't feel free. We can talk about that. Any like shoe cleaning, shoe apparel, anything like that. We need those type of sponsors as well.
Cigars too. We got
cigars.
We're gonna reach out to one of our guys. Good guy in the city doing cigars, doing his thing. Also, look. End of the day, black and blue goes together.
And my checker Vans goes with everything.
That's fair, but black and blue definitely goes together.
Smile Direct, any teeth whitening, stuff like that. Come on, holla at us. Sunglasses, hats.
Do you like my glasses?
I do. I think they're fire.
Thanks.
They're fire. Sorry I didn't compliment you earlier.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right, just like that, y'all. We out.